Put it over here. So you can get blessings both ways. God sends blessings, and the enemy sends blessings in no form of distractions just as well. God sends blessings, and he sends lessons. And the lessons could be in the form of a blessing. The enemy sends blessings in the form of distractions. And when you get distractions from the enemy, it will seem more tempting, more pleasing, more effectuating, more sensational, but it lacks passion. It lacks substance. It lacks contradiction. You get what I'm saying? So, but it is very contradicted. But at the end of the day, yeah. So you have to be mindful of that. You get blessings and you get lessons, you know. And when you get each one, most times the blessings come in the form of a test as well. And your distractions come in the form of a test as well. So that's another thing to be mindful of. Also, when you're in the midst of preparing yourself for your blessings, you have to be mindful of how you're acting and interacting. And I thought about that too today. That's why I had to come home and repent and pray and get it off my chest, because I was impatient today, and it felt like an uneasiness in the atmosphere of where I was, and I was obtaining or trying to obtain funds today. So that's why I felt like, I don't know, the energy, it should never be negative energy in the air when we're prospering in the land of abundance. And it's so still so with it, even with the love being projected, as much as love is being projected, it's still a lot of negativity still being projected too. And in a sense of fashion, a lot of people are not happy in their selves. So half of the it's like a half of the interactions that you come about could be interactions to either test you or to give you a lesson. And I got that today. I was like, yeah, I'm interactive, but I was like really not trying to be that social and all that. But I got mad because I normally don't take that long where I was at, and it just like was like a real long time. Not to say that the people wasn't doing their job or whatever the case may be, but it's just like it just took, today was a super, I don't know, and I guess that was God testing my patience, and I want to acknowledge that and give myself some time to be aware that, yeah, today I did do that, and I need to self-check that and do that less as possible, to the point where there is none of that at all. Because I am calm, cool, and collective, but it is things that ruffle my feathers in the world that I have no control over. And that's where I have to come to terms with, yeah, time is not my time. I don't control time. I don't control the schedule of the day rotation. I don't have none of the power to control any of those things. Those are things are out of my control. But my being is in my control, and my being is not supposed to be. What can I say? My being is not supposed to be so agitated and affected. But even though I'm in the atmosphere, because I am in the world, but I'm not of the world. That's why a lot of things upset me, and that's why a lot of things piss me off the way that it does. And I have to acknowledge that myself and take accountability, because even though I'm doing my walk of faith and I'm trying to be more constructive with myself, I have to take that if I'm manifesting a lifestyle that I want to bring into tuition, I have to hold myself accountable for how my my approach is. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody's entitled to be angry or upset. Nope, that's a natural emotion. But when you act on that emotion, or you're impulsive on that emotion, or those emotions would happen be if it's not just angry or whatever at the time, you end up knocking yourself out of position and out of a blessing that could have happened at that moment, by using certain words, or by even having a sense of body language. You know what I'm saying? That's why my sense of nature is calmness, and my approach is calmness, but I am defensive. I do hold barriers up, and I am guarded and very, very, very cautious. But I also find myself, like on edge. Like I'm not easy to get like upset or whatever. Like it's not easy to get under my skin or nothing like that. I wouldn't say that, but like I am just allergic to bull crap, if that makes any sense. Right there, yeah. So at the point now in my life, but it's like, yeah, I can peep things in a scenario or a situation, and I have already like assessed it before I got there, and or got enough information to intake of how it would be, so for my approach to come about, whether that be work or anything. That's why I don't like to do anything on call. You know what I mean? Like, or last minute, like I have to have detail and preparation to everything, because I have to have or know how to come in on it. Like it's not me ever wanting to be aggressive about anything, but I have to have a sense of knowing and understanding and character. Huh?
I need a snack.
Go, where your daddy?
Outside.
Oh, okay. Go get you some of my thanks box. Get you a peanut butter jelly.
Peanut butter jelly?
Having a different approach coming into it, so I need to have more facts and understanding of like more details. Like the more I know, the more I can know how to handle it or approach the situation, whatever it may be. But if I don't know and I have to act on impulse or have to act suddenly, I would know that I am cautious, and that I would rather think on a positive, more fair, more righteous, more leveling, more just approach, than just being aggressive and just toxic, and just like real like hard about it. Like I guess like I don't know. But this is my different approach about it, because when I was younger, yeah, I was really like a hothead. I would spaz out about every little thing, like yeah, like. And then now I know how to watch the company I keep, and like I am, just a little bit more better off than I was when I was younger. And if I could go back 10 years or 15 years from right now and tell my younger self something, I would tell my younger self to just stay focused. What I tell you about that Courage the Cowardly Dog? You want to do some more letters? You want to do some more letters? Okay, no. Get your peanut butter jelly and go in your room. Sit down, okay? But yeah, that's just a little bit of, what I've been feeling about my walk and my journey, and how I've been approaching it with my blessings and my lessons and my distractions. I'm learning more and more that, temptation is the biggest distraction for me right now. And I don't lust or do any of those things right there, so like I'm really grounded on really doing something that is longevity, and I'm not dating for just oh, we about to be dating for 1 or 2 months or 3 to 4, 6 months or nothing. This is shit like, if you fucking with me, you're fucking with me forever. This type of shit, like that's what I'm on. And I don't think niggas get the memo, but if they don't get the memo, I have to let them know real quick. And if they got the memo, they've been fucking with me for a long time, and they're still fucking with me. And if they're not, 9 times out of 10, I chose not to fuck with them because they were on some weird ass shit, and their spiritual path wasn't my path. But nonetheless, I wish nobody no harm no less. And I always say, hey, yeah, safe sex, mo checks. God bless. Oh God.